Hello everyone, and welcome to another video where today we're going to be talking about the map Lakeside and a strategy with the Order of the Dragon. Now this is a strategy that I am currently undefeated with on the ranked ladder since the patch. So here's the proof from my AoE 4 world profile. It is an extremely strong strategy, and I recommend if you're intimidated by the map Lakeside, if you currently have it banned, even if you're intimidated by the civilization Order of the Dragon, you don't play it. Like myself, this is the only map that I play them on. I really recommend you try out this strategy because I've been finding a great deal of success with it. It's really easy to execute, and I think you could find some wins on the ladder that you're currently missing out on. So let's jump right into it with things here. We'll get the villager split here. 4 villagers going to the straggler trees with 1 villager walking all the way down here to build a dock. Today I'm up against an opponent in the Japanese who chooses to put on a lot of early pressure. I do have another video on my channel on the map Lakeside, which deals more with a civilization that's rushing castle alongside you. In this case, I have to defend against some early pressure, so I thought it was worthwhile making a different video to showcase some of the strategies you might want to employ if people are a little bit more aggressive on your side. Now I get extremely unlucky in this game. I'd never seen this before, but because of the edge of this cliff line and this tree right here, I did not have enough space to build a dock down here. You can see my villagers wandering around completely confused because I recognize that I have to walk all the way over here to build a dock in order to gather this deep water fish for the food source, and that is not ideal in the slightest. So again, you're going to be wanting to get around 4 fishing ships out onto this deep water fish to provide you with that food boost you need through early castle. I went out with my scout in this direction and then saw his scout around here, the sacred site, decided to cut down and back across, and now I'm moving back around the back side of my base to collect any remaining sheep that are on that side. I'm going to turn Fog of War on here to show you how important the scouting is on this map if you are coming up against some early pressure. I do finally kill that wolf and then get those fishing boats cranking after a significant delay. So this was truly worst case scenario and still won this game with relative ease. So you're continuing to rally onto the food. Eventually, after you got 5 on food or so, maybe 6 actually, yeah, you want to rally onto the gold vein to continue to build up there. Dropping off all the sheep, building a mining camp, and you just want 2 on gold to help you up into the feudal age. And at this moment, I see a single spearman coming my way, and it's a Dark Age rush from Japan. Name something more iconic on the current patch. So he runs in here, but the thing about this map is that is not a great strategy because your gold is literally protected by the range of this town center in its entirety. So no use there for the early pressure from that particular spearman. So I think that was just a mistake by him. It's all good, just a little bit of a bonus for me. But he continues to work on some Dark Age pressure, as you'll see. So you're just building a lumber camp here to boost the wood production, because you do need just a little bit more wood to get those 4 fishing ships out on this bottom side. Now, I'm continuing to scout along here because I want to know the location of all of the relics. And as you can see, I currently have 4 that I've seen here. I think maybe there might be one here. In fact, the relic is over behind his base in this far side. And now he comes in with a Dark Age samurai, which is interesting. And I see from my vision that he's just hovering ever so slightly on this side. And I recognize that he's doing this for a reason. And I wonder to myself, maybe, just maybe, he's looking for a tower rush. And this is something I mentioned in my previous video, that if you find yourself experiencing a tower rush, build your tower on the outside of the gold here. Because that's going to mean that no matter where he puts the tower, he could have maybe put it a little bit further over here and completely screwed me over, to be fair. Got a little bit lucky here. But if you put your tower on the outside, you protect yourself from that tower rush. I simply run my villager to safety once he's low, and I continue building this tower with a couple of my gold villagers and wood villagers as well. And now I use that tower to focus down these villagers here. You can see it's half shooting the samurai, half taking down those villagers. I decide to pull my 2 villagers here just to do some additional damage to this villager. And this tower rush has now officially been thwarted. So great success there. He has a couple of samurai that can literally do nothing at this point. He's only just going up to feudal age now. Once the Minework Palace has been complete, the only thing you research in feudal age is the golden cuirass to get ready for your man-at-arms spam in castle age. We can speed things up here because now I'm completely safe. My gold is taken care of, my wood is taken care of, my food is taken care of, and I have my dock down here. Now, I don't recognize this until later, but he's actually going for fishing as well. You see, he also has 4 fishing boats. What you're normally supposed to do is build one single military ship and send it across, or at the very least use your scout to scout this side to make sure that he doesn't have a dock. In this case, I'd never seen somebody actually take advantage of the water like I had at this level, so I was just being greedy and hadn't really taken advantage of that. So unfortunately, I miss out on that a little bit, and he is getting a little bit of food. As I said, a bit of a worst case scenario game, and still ended up being really an easy win from here on out. Use my scout to see that he's coming down with these samurai, and I immediately queue myself up a galley once I see that, and it uses that to protect myself from the dock. And I also rallied my one villager from the dock construction back up here to the food so that he wasn't taken down by these samurai. I see that he has a junk, and this alerts me immediately to the fact that he has a presence on the water. And so a Hulk time comes out, because I'm going to go over and contest that with a little bit of water pressure as well. Continue building up here. I ended up with a little bit of extra gold, so I do get wheelbarrow. And then going up with 11 on the Burgrave Palace, pulling some of my food villagers and some of my gold villagers. And again, his samurai aren't doing anything, and I'm able to use my Hulk to take down his single junk ship. He brings out a demo ship, misrallies it, and as a result, I'm able to take this down and then begin working on the dock. And now that I'm in Castle Age, it is Man-at-Arms time. I already have one going across. I'm building or getting the upgrade to Man-at-Arms, and I'm also researching the second ranged armor, so I can immediately dive myself underneath this tower, underneath this town center, and cause as much idle time as possible. We're actually a bit of ships in the night, and I miss some of these military units that are coming across, but I do end up fighting a little bit here. But from here on out, it's a relatively simple process of taking down this dock. He's trying to get demos, but I'm distracting him on multiple fronts. My scout does go down. I rally a man-at-arm back here to do some damage. And very quickly, this goes down. And you can see just how tanky these man-at-arms are. He's surrounded, and he's still doing as much damage back as he possibly can, getting sliced by hardened samurai, poked by spearmen, shot by the Yumis, but it does not matter. I recognize that he is going for a bit of a committed feudal push. I see with my vision here that he begins actually to build a ram. And as a result of seeing that, I grab myself an archery range and I start building myself a couple of crossbowmen just to deal with the mass here a little bit more effectively. So this dock is down. I'm now patrolling my boats back and forth across the shoreline so no additional docks can come up on the water. I'm safe there. And now I begin to push back. I would recommend a part of this strategy is to then use that pressure to go back, get a monastery and collect the relics. I focus a little bit too heavily maybe on military presence here and could have gotten a monastery up with those monks a little bit earlier, I think. But you can see I walk directly into his force of significantly larger mass, and I can just kind of stand here underneath the damage of the Onabageisha, of all those different hardened samurais. I take down the bannerman. I have a crossbow in the back now who's doing damage, and with 2 melee armor, additional melee attack, and 2 ranged defense, I'm taking minimal damage from these fights. At this point, you can see I finally do have the monastery up. I'm now collecting the 5 relics. I'll be sending a transport ship to go collect this one at some point. But then I recognize that there's a blood in the water. I know he can't do a lot of damage to my units here, and so I just dive underneath the town center, underneath this turret, and very quickly I begin to overwhelm him with my force. I had a lot of different moments there where I kind of thwarted his strategic decisions, and as a result, it's a relatively easy victory and a relatively quick victory on Lakeside. So, again, it's a strategy that's very easy to execute based on some of these step-by-steps that I've been giving you on this guide and also the guide previously. So please, I invite you to try it on the ladder. I think you'll find a great deal of success. So yeah, if you're looking for some more AoE 4 content, more guides, more tips and tricks videos, hit that subscribe button because I'm going to be making some more videos all about this game that we love so much. This has been my video on a currently undefeated strategy that I've been implementing, so I invite you to try it out. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.